Archangel Michael says, I must reveal this to you now because time is pressing and what has been hidden from your eyes for too long is about to be brought into the open. There is a paper, a document written in silence, signed when no one was watching, designed with the sole intention of removing you, stripping you, erasing your name from a place where you rightfully belong. She did not want you to see it, because she feared the power of your presence, the light you carry, and the destiny that is still alive in your hands. She thought if she moved in secrecy, she could escape divine judgment. She thought if she used pen and paper, ink and signature, she could rewrite what heaven had already decreed over your life. But Michael says, the hand that signs against you will tremble, the ink will smudge, and the word she tried to seal against your future will be reversed. The scroll of darkness she hid will be exposed, and you will be vindicated in a way no one expected. Listen closely, there is a divine battle around your name. The signature that was meant to erase you is colliding with the heavenly scroll that already has your name engraved in eternal fire. Heaven has written your destiny long before this secret act. She may have tried to stamp you out, to cut you off, but the seal of God cannot be broken by human hands. What belongs to you, no one can sign away. The reason she moved in silence is because she knew the light of truth would destroy her plot. This paper was not just a document, it was a weapon formed against you. But the word of the Lord declares, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. That includes this paper, this signature, this silent betrayal. What she tried to erase, heaven is about to rewrite in bold letters, larger than ever before. Michael says, you must understand, the reason you have been feeling an invisible weight, a strange resistance, is because this paper has been working against you in the unseen realm. Every delay, every rejection, every closed door, it was connected to this hidden move. But the veil is lifting now. What was done behind your back is being brought into the front. What she signed in secret is about to be shouted in public. Do not be afraid. You are not powerless. You were chosen for such a time as this. This betrayal is not your end, it is the key to your divine revelation. She thought she was removing you, but in truth, she was pushing you into the hands of destiny. For when one door is shut by human hands, heaven opens another door that no man or woman can close. Michael says, I see you being restored. I see the same paper that was meant to silence you turning into a testimony of your elevation. For God has a way of flipping the story. She tried to bury you in ink, but God will use that ink to write your victory. She tried to remove you, but God will use that removal attempt to position you for something greater. You must hold on, because your breakthrough is closer than it looks. The very act of betrayal is the confirmation that your presence holds power. If you were not a threat, no one would have moved in such secrecy against you. If you did not carry fire, no one would attempt to snuff it out. This is proof that you are destined for greatness beyond their comprehension. The angels are already at work. The signature is being cancelled. The paper is being torn. The hidden scheme is being exposed. And you, the one they tried to erase, will stand taller, stronger, and more blessed than ever before. Do not let this moment pass without receiving it deeply in your spirit. For what I tell you now is not from man, but from the throne of God. You cannot be erased. You cannot be removed. You cannot be silenced. Your name is carved in eternity, and no human hand has the authority to blot it out. Michael says, prepare yourself. What was hidden is coming to light. What was signed against you is being ensigned by heaven's decree. What was meant to cut you off will instead catapult you into your next chapter. You will see justice. You will see restoration. And the one who thought she could destroy you will watch as you rise higher than ever before. This is the season of unveiling. This is the hour of truth. Do not fear what she has signed, for heaven's signature over your life is stronger, louder, and eternal. And now I tell you, stay faithful, stay steadfast, and watch as the very secret that was meant to harm you becomes the stepping stone that carries you into your promise. Archangel Michael says, I come to you with urgency because what has been done in the shadows has been brought into the light. A paper was signed in secret, her hand moved with trembling, yet determination, to push you away, to erase you, to strip you from what rightfully belongs to you. She thought no one would ever know. She thought you would never see it. She thought the hidden act would remain buried in silence. But heaven sees all things, and I, Michael, was sent to reveal this to you. The reason you felt the heaviness, the sudden blockages, the closed doors that made no sense, is because her act in secret was operating in the unseen realm. She wrote your name not with honor, but with intent to erase it. She placed her signature as if she had the authority to end your journey. But what she does not know is that her pen holds no power over the divine decree already stamped on your destiny. Her signature is nothing compared to the signature of heaven. You were chosen before the foundation of the world. Your name is carved into the eternal scrolls of light, sealed by the hand of God Himself. No hand, no signature, no paper, no plot can undo what was written about you long before she even thought of betraying you. She thought she was clever. She thought she could move unseen. But what she did in the dark is being exposed, and the very act of betrayal will become the reason you are lifted higher. She signed to remove you, but she only signed her own downfall. She thought she could write your ending, but what she really wrote was the beginning of her exposure. You are not falling, you are rising. You are not being erased, you are being revealed. What she wanted hidden will now be displayed, and those who stood with her will be shocked when the truth comes crashing down. Michael says, I see angels standing guard around the very document. I see the ink melting away. I see the paper curling as if fire from heaven is touching it. For the Lord has declared, no paper signed against you shall stand. No contract written to your harm shall endure. Every evil agreement formed in secret is being torn apart now. The power of divine reversal is at work. Do not fear what she did. Do not fear what she signed. Do not fear the secrecy of her movements. For every hidden thing is about to be revealed. Every word spoken in darkness is about to be shouted from rooftops. Every plan formed in secrecy is about to crumble in the open. Michael says, this betrayal was a test. This exposure is your transition. This act of secrecy is the very proof that your light cannot be ignored. Why would she move in silence if you were not powerful? Why would she try to erase you if your presence did not carry weight? This is evidence that you are marked by greatness. And that greatness cannot be stolen, cannot be silenced, cannot be removed. You will see justice. You will see vindication. The one who signed against you will tremble as her own words turn back upon her. The paper she used as a weapon will become the fire that burns her own schemes. The angels of God are undoing what was done. The hand that wrote against you is being restrained. The lips that spoke against you are being silenced. The path that was blocked is being reopened with greater glory than before. She wanted you gone. But heaven wants you elevated. She wanted you silenced. But heaven wants your voice amplified. She wanted you forgotten. But heaven has remembered you, and heaven will cause the world to remember you too. Archangel Michael says, prepare your heart, for what comes next will shock you. The very ones who tried to erase you will witness your rising. They will see doors opening for you that no one can close. They will watch blessings fall upon you in ways that cannot be explained by human hands. And they will know that the hand of God is upon your life. The betrayal will not destroy you. The paper will not hold you. The secret will not stop you. What was done against you is already undone by heaven. Walk forward in faith, for your story is shifting. This was not the end, it was only the unveiling of how powerful you truly are. Archangel Michael says, you must listen closely, because this moment is not an accident. It is not a coincidence that you are hearing these words right now. This message has been timed by heaven because the hidden act that was meant to erase you is unraveling. She believed that silence was her shield. She thought that by hiding her hand, the truth would never touch you. She signed a paper in secret, believing it would remove your influence, your blessing, your very presence. But what she does not understand is this: no secret can remain hidden when heaven decides it is time for exposure. I was sent to reveal what was concealed. The paper that carried her handwriting is trembling in the spiritual realm. Her signature, which she believed was her strength, has turned into the very evidence of her betrayal. She wanted to erase your name, but instead, her own name is being marked. For every act of betrayal carries with it a chain of consequences, and now those consequences are unfolding. The reason you felt heavy, the reason doors seemed strangely blocked, the reason your spirit felt pressed down, is because this document has been pulling against your destiny in the unseen world. She did not act openly, because she feared your strength. She did not confront you, because she knew the power that you carry. She chose secrecy because light destroys lies, and if her act was seen in daylight, it would have crumbled instantly. But even in darkness, heaven's eyes never close. Michael says, I have seen the tears you cried in silence, wondering why certain blessings seem delayed. I have seen the confusion in your heart, questioning why some opportunities slipped away. You blamed yourself, thinking maybe you were not worthy, but the truth is this: there was interference. A paper signed against you. A false move created to cut you away. But here is the greater truth: no interference can outlast the decree of God. What He has spoken over you stands forever, unshaken, unbroken, unchallenged. The paper she signed is already losing its power. The moment the truth is revealed, the ink begins to fade. The very signature she used is now trembling before divine fire. I see heaven's hand reaching down, tearing the document, undoing the signature, and rewriting your name in bold letters across the book of restoration. She cannot remove what God has sealed. She cannot undo what God has written. Listen carefully. She thought she was removing you, but in reality, she was positioning you. Every attempt to silence you is only making your voice louder. Every effort to block you is only preparing you for a greater release. Every betrayal against you is becoming the soil for your breakthrough. What was done to harm you is being turned to elevate you. Michael says, the reason you are hearing this is because you are at the turning point. The season of hidden sabotage is ending. The season of open vindication is beginning. What she tried to cover will now be uncovered. What she tried to erase will now be highlighted. What she tried to destroy will now be multiplied. Do not fear her. Do not fear the paper. Do not fear the secrecy. For the Lord Himself has declared, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And this paper is nothing but a weapon formed in secret. It has already been broken. It has already been cancelled. You are stepping into a time where those who stood against you will bow before the evidence of God's hand on your life. You will rise from this. You will shine brighter because of this. The very thing that was meant to erase you will become the testimony that builds you. The pain will turn into proof. The betrayal will turn into blessing. The secret will turn into a story of victory that no one can deny. Michael says, Heaven's courtroom is open right now, and the judgment is in your favor. The paper against you has been dismissed. The accusations against you have been silenced. The one who signed against you will be exposed. The one who plotted against you will face their own undoing. And you will stand, vindicated, restored, blessed beyond what you can imagine. I am telling you now, so you may walk in confidence. You cannot be erased. Your name is sealed in eternity. Your destiny is locked by divine decree. And what she signed against you is already undone. Archangel Michael says, the truth is deeper than you think. The paper that was signed in secret was not just about removing you from one place or one opportunity. It was designed to strip away your very influence, to weaken your foundation, to silence your presence so completely that you would question your own worth. She thought if she could write your name off a page, she could erase it from destiny itself. But she does not understand the eternal law. What God writes cannot be erased. When she put her name on that paper, she believed she was finalizing something. She believed she was stamping the end of your story. But in heaven, the ink was already dry long before her pen ever touched the page. Heaven had already spoken. Heaven had already written. Heaven had already sealed your purpose, and no earthly hand can change what is sealed above. I tell you this now, do not look at what she did as your defeat. Look at it as your proof. Proof that your name carries weight. Proof that your destiny is too powerful to be ignored. Proof that even in silence, others feel threatened by the light you carry. If you were insignificant, no one would move against you. If you were powerless, no one would plot in secrecy. This act against you is evidence of the crown upon your life. Michael says, I see the courtroom of heaven opening. I see the document being presented before the throne. And I see the hand of the Almighty striking through it, declaring it null and void. The ink dissolves. The paper burns in holy fire. And in its place, a new decree is written. You are restored, you are elevated, you are protected. No one can take your portion. No one can remove your name. No one can blot out what belongs to you. Understand this, you are in the middle of a battle between the hidden and the revealed. She acted in the hidden, but God is bringing everything into the revealed. The hidden will not stand forever. The truth always rises, no matter how deep it is buried. And the truth is this, you are chosen, you are favored, you are unstoppable. The betrayal was painful, but it has unlocked something powerful. For every tear you cried, heaven collected it. For every sleepless night, angels stood guard. For every time you felt like giving up, heaven whispered, hold on, the story isn't over. And now, the unfolding begins. She may have signed with her hand, but you are signed with the blood of the Lamb. That is an eternal seal, a mark no one can undo. You walk with a covering, a light, a fire that cannot be extinguished by hidden plots. The more they scheme, the higher you rise. The more they write against you, the louder your testimony becomes. The more they try to remove you, the more firmly heaven establishes you. Michael says, soon, you will see it with your eyes. The hidden paper will be exposed. Her name on it will be undeniable proof of what she attempted to do. And those who once doubted you will witness the truth. They will see that you were not the problem. They will see that you were not the enemy. They will see that you were the chosen one all along. Mark this, there is a reversal coming. The very table where your name was scratched out will become the table where your name is honored. The very place where you were rejected will become the place of your recognition. The very seat they tried to remove you from will become the seat you are elevated in. What they tried to erase will shine brighter than ever before. Do not be discouraged. Do not let fear grip you. You are not falling, you are rising. You are not losing, you are gaining. You are not erased, you are rewritten into glory. The seal of heaven is stronger than any signature of man. Michael says, prepare yourself, because the next chapter will silence every critic. It will undo every plot. It will expose every hidden act. And it will lift you so high that even those who once tried to harm you will have no choice but to watch in silence as you rise. This is your vindication. This is your restoration. This is your divine reversal. Archangel Michael says, the reason I speak to you with such urgency is because the plot against you was never just about a piece of paper. That paper was a weapon, carefully crafted in silence, designed to bind your blessings and choke your destiny. She thought she was clever. She thought she could hide her act forever. But what she did not realize is this: heaven has been watching from the beginning. Every pen stroke was seen. Every whispered intention was heard. Every attempt to erase you was recorded. She signed in secret because she feared your presence. She feared your light. She feared that if you saw her face, you would stand tall and confront her. So she moved behind curtains, thinking that hidden hands are stronger than open truth. But I tell you now, hidden hands tremble in the presence of divine fire. Her hands will not hold what she tried to steal. The ink she used against you is already dissolving in the flames of heaven. Michael says, I see the courts of heaven shifting in your favor. The gavel is raised, and the decree is clear: this paper is null. This signature is void. The one who signed it will not stand. The one it was written against will rise. The angels are delivering this decree into the earth even now. Doors that were shut because of her act are reopening. Paths that seemed blocked are being cleared. Blessings that were delayed are being released. And I must tell you this: her fear is growing. She thought you would never find out. She thought her betrayal would stay buried. But deep within, her spirit is trembling, because she knows that truth cannot stay hidden forever. Already, cracks are forming around her secrecy. Already, whispers are spreading. Already, her own shadow is betraying her. Soon, the very people she tried to deceive will see what she did, and the shame will not leave her. Do not think for one moment that you are powerless. You are the chosen one. You are the one sealed by divine purpose. The paper was never strong enough to hold back your destiny. She thought she was cutting you off, but all she did was unlock your next season. For when people plot in silence, God prepares a louder revelation. Michael says, I have been commanded to guard your name. The same way she signed in silence, heaven is signing in glory. A new decree is being written over your life, one of restoration, vindication, and elevation. Where she tried to erase you, heaven is rewriting you in bold letters. Where she tried to silence you, heaven is amplifying your voice. Where she tried to cut you out, heaven is planting you firmly, so deep that no hand can uproot you. The tears you cried, heaven saw them. The nights you questioned your worth, heaven heard you. The moments you felt forgotten, heaven remembered you. You are not forgotten. You are not erased. You are not defeated. You are rising higher than you have ever been. Understand this: betrayal is often the birthplace of breakthroughs. This secret act against you is the very sign that you are on the edge of a divine shift. When they try to erase you, it is because you are about to be remembered. When they try to silence you, it is because you are about to be heard. When they try to cut you out, it is because you are about to be placed where no one can touch you. Michael says, even now, the angelic hosts are surrounding you. Even now, the seal of heaven is covering you. Even now, the fire of God is burning the hidden papers, the secret plots, the whispered betrayals. Nothing written against you will prosper. Nothing signed against you will stand. Nothing done against you will remain. What she thought would remove you is the very act that will elevate you. What she thought would silence you is the very thing that will amplify you. What she thought would destroy you is the very stone you will stand upon. You are walking into restoration. You are walking into justice. You are walking into destiny. And I tell you, prepare yourself. The exposure will shock many. The truth will shake foundations. The reversal will be undeniable. The hand of God is moving, and no signature of man can stop it.